So guys, I feel guilty, because I've been away for the longest. I think I've posted just 2 videos here, and oh man, the thing is hard. I'll just say I had creative block, like writer's block. Anyway, from the title already, you know what this video is about. So let me just say, welcome back to my channel. Officially, I'm going to be very detailed and make it as brief as possible. So during the lockdown, I was at home. I wasn't going to work until the lock was like lifted. So I worked for like a few weeks. Then it was good. It wasn't a bad decision. It was a good decision because I actually enjoyed going to work and stuff. So on the 4th of July, I was at home, in the evening. I was having a conversation with my cousin, and I started feeling like shortness of breath and tightness in my chest, like very sharp pain, really, really sharp pain. And I had never felt that before. So I was like, what is going on here? So I decided to just like take a walk around the house, just like to give myself a little bit of relief. And I actually felt a bit of relief, So I sat down back, drank like lukewarm water. Usually straight up cold water. But for some reason I decided to drink like warm water just because. So I took lukewarm water and yeah. So I went to bed. I went to work the following day. I couldn't sit for a long time. Second day, I couldn't sit for a long time. I would just feel like discomfort. I was pacing and I couldn't walk around I felt feeling weak walking around, and I couldn't sit because I was feeling discomfort sitting. So I told my colleague that I don't like the way I'm feeling. So she advised that I just like do a malaria test. So I did that. It came out scanty. Coartem was prescribed to me with Mentodex because I was having cough. Mentodex, dry cough. So Mentodex was prescribed and paracetamol. So that evening I had a temperature spike of 38.7. I had chills. So I told my colleague, she was asking if maybe I should be given like IV paracetamol. So I was trying to limit like close contact because I wasn't sure what was wrong with me. So I told her not to worry, that I'll be fine. So the following day, I was trying so hard not to lie down because that belief of I don't want to lie down so I don't get weak and fall sick when you're already sick. So I was mostly on my feet and I was just dragging. Saturday went by, and yeah, that was like on the 7th. I go home. I was still feeling weak. I was cold. I wore socks, some joggers, some sweatshirts just to keep warm. I couldn't sit for long. Like if I sit, I'll start feeling discomfort. I'll start feeling like shortness of breath. So by myself, I realized that lying on my chest made me feel comfortable. By myself, I discovered that, and I got to read that like coronavirus patients were advised to always lie on their chest. So I actually felt like a bit of relief lying on my chest. And like on the 8th, the same thing. I started having like nasal congestions, like different things were just coming up, but mostly I had cough, shortness of breath, tightness in my chest, weakness. I was always tired. I was always sleeping. Like at any given chance, I would sleep. I'll be having a conversation on the phone with somebody, and the next minute I'm like, can I call you back? I want to sleep. I was tired. Having a bath was a task for me. I always wanted to sleep. And my parents, they were just very supporting. My friends, God, they were the best. Always calling to know how I was feeling, always encouraging me, and my colleagues, oh my God. Everybody was just there for me, because I didn't even understand what was going on. I was in denial, really. So on the 10th, I called the Lagos State Response Team. I called the local government closest to me, and somebody picked up the line. I was asked to send my name, age, and phone number. So I did, and in about 30 minutes, somebody called me back and asked me to come to the local government in 30 minutes. And I went there. I got there. We're all asked to stay in our cars. If you came in public transport, a chair would be given to you, and everybody was like not less than 2 meters apart from each other, just so no common contracts virus. So the response team arrived like 20 minutes after I got there. So our test kit was given to every one of us with your name, age, and sex on it, so you're sure this is yours. My sample was taken. PCR test was done for me. My sample was taken, and I was told that my results will be relayed to me 3 to 4 days. So, and that was on the 10th. So on the 14th, I got a call from a lady. She introduced herself, told me where she was calling from, asked to confirm my name, asked to confirm when I went for the COVID test. I gave her all the details she asked, and she asked what symptoms I was still experiencing, if I was still experiencing some symptoms, or if there were any new things that were going on with me. And of course, I was still having the chest pain, the shortness of breath. And she said, okay, that she's going to inform me that I tested positive for the coronavirus. And at that moment, I felt really sad. I smiled because that's how I react to. That's how I react to most informations. I always laugh, but I had tears. For some reason, I knew that it had to be corona. For confirming it was, I did not want that. I wasn't expecting that. I just feel like I wasn't careful. I was careful at work. I wasn't visiting people. A few times I went to the mall, but that was it. And you know, like while I was sick, people were always asking, where did you get it from? I don't know. I honestly feel like people shouldn't be asking that question. But those few days I was at home, I was doing the steam inhalation. I was taking like vitamin C. I was taking immune boosters. I was also taking my Mentodex after I completed my anti-malaria. And there were nights that I would wake up from my sleep because I couldn't breathe. And I prayed to God to just heal me completely. There were nights that I cried because it was new. Then the pain comes, the shortness of breath comes. I want to do something, but I am too weak to do it. Or I try to manage myself, but then I know that, this thing is hard though. But I'm trying to push myself so people around me don't see that I'm going through something. And most of the time when like people ask me how are you feeling, I just say I am better, I am okay, just because I don't want anybody around me to panic. So after I got the call, I was informed that an evacuation team would be sent to my house that day, which was on the 14th. Meanwhile, this is my result. This is my result. So, I was told that the evacuation team will be sent to my house that day on the 14th, but nobody came. So on the 15th, I got another call just to confirm my contact address, and said they were on their way to me. And my neighbor's kids were playing in the compound that day. I was like, God, I don't want these people to drive in here. I don't want to scare these children, no. So when they got here, they called me and asked if they should drive in. I was like, no, they shouldn't bother. I'll walk down myself. I had already packed a few things. I was asked to pack a few things, just things I'll need, toiletries and all. So I packed a few things. I was hoping I won't stay there for long. So I was taken to the Onikon Isolation Center. I was reviewed by the doctor, and the next thing I heard was, okay, this is the way to the female ward. I'm like, okay, this is real. And that was a different ball game, different experience. I was at the isolation center for 14 days. I met other people there. I saw different conditions. I saw different people with different conditions, and it's just weird, because I still like hear people say, oh, this is a scam, it's not true. But I have lived it, I have experienced it, and by God's grace I am fine now. No longer coronavirus positive, but I want people to just know that this is real. It's not any kind of political scam or whatever you think. But yeah, that's my corona experience. And while I was in the isolation center, it was like a totally different thing. I went from, I felt like different experiences every day. Yeah, so right now I'm fine, I'm doing great. I made a few clips while I was at the isolation center on the days that I felt good enough, or I felt comfortable enough to make videos. So I'm going to post a video on my isolation experience, and I hope you watch that. So if you liked this video, just give it a thumbs up. You can share, and you can leave a comment. And thank you for watching, and I will try to be more consistent. So have a good day, stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, use your sanitizers, keep your distance, avoid social gathering. These things cannot be overemphasized. The truth is that I did all these things, and here I am, tested positive for corona. So just do your best and pray to God. That's the truth. And thanks for watching.